In this video, I'm going to tell you guys what I believe are the top 3 fishing knots you guys should know. I'm also going to tell you what I think about each knot, their uses, and if you want to learn how to tie these handy fishing knots, I have a tutorial for each one which I will leave in the cards throughout the video for you to click on. For now, let's get down to business. Coming in at number 3, we have the Simple Snout. This knot is extremely easy and fast to tie. There may be stronger knots out there, especially when it comes to attaching single hooks, but that isn't what the Simple Snout is for. This knot is amazing when it comes to tying 2 hooks to your line. If you want to drop down big baits down to reef fish, then you can't go past this knot. If you want to learn how to tie the Simple Snout, then click above my head right now. Coming in at number 2. Coming in at number 2, I would have to pick the loop knot. For me as a bait fisherman, I do not use this loop knot quite as often as most, but when it comes to chasing flathead with plastics, you can't really go past it. It is probably one of the best knots out there. In fact, if you wanted to get into just lure fishing, I would probably say that you could get away with just using this knot for all your fishing needs. Here is why. When you tie the loop knot to your lure, it gives the lure the ability to swim freely in the water, how it was meant to be. A more realistic lure is much more likely to increase your chances of catching that monster fish you guys are after. Not to mention the fact that this knot is also extremely strong, withstanding over 90% of your line strength. If you think this knot is for you, and you don't already know how to tie it, click the card above my head right now. As for now, it is time to move on to number 1. How can there just be one knot here when these two are so widely used, and you only need one of these or the other? The blood knot and the uni knot. Both of these, in my opinion, take number 1 spot. In fact, I'd even go as far as saying they are probably 2 of the most widely used knots in the whole world. And this is not for no good reason. They are not overly complicated. They work great in just about all scenarios, whether that be tying 2 lines together or tying directly to your terminal tackle. Yes, you can get stronger fishing knots, but I think it's safe to say that if you walked up to another fishing lad, they would at least have learnt one of these knots at some point in their life. If you want to learn how to tie a blood knot, which is a knot I personally use, then click above my head. But if you think the uni knot is more your style, then watch this video right here. Whether or not you choose to use some of these knots, whatever knot you use, you want to make sure that it's going to hold up to the test of the fish you're targeting. I'd definitely say after many years fishing, I have used all of these knots and I would say that they're all well worth learning. Don't just go ahead and tie granny knots. You're going to lose a lot of fish doing that. If you want to see this knot put into action along with many other awesome adventures, then I would recommend hitting the subscribe button. And if you found this tutorial helpful, then please share it with someone else. Now I'm off to wet a line. Bye.